The phone goes, Dad, there's a leak in the kitchen. I said, where's that come from? She said, well, I've been doing a lot of washing. I said, did your mum not tell you? Don't do any washing in the flat. So that's another thing I've got to sort today. It's just bollocks, honestly.
But you got married recently, haven't you?
Got married last May. Yeah.
How was it?
Brilliant. Absolutely. Best day of my wife's life.
They tell me it was worse than the York Hall. It kicked off everywhere, didn't it?
Kick off.
Hello and welcome to London Bridge Hotel, Central London, for the debrief with Gabby Agbonlahor. Gabby, cheers first of all.
Cheers, Alan. Cheers, everyone. We don't cheers before you drink that. Meant to cheers before you drink that.
So Gab, you know, it's a fair old set of legs you've got on you, Gab.
They're like tree trunks, what they're called. Yeah.
But you scored a goal last night at the five-a-side.
I did.
How are you coping with the heat? How did you play football last night?
The humidity was horrible. One run and you're out of breath, you can't breathe. So them poor guys playing.
Yeah, but that's not the heat, is it?
That's fitness.
That's your living now.
That's my fitness, definitely. But I wouldn't want to be them guys in New York playing tennis in this humidity.
What for a couple of $1 million? Yeah. But
yeah, maybe
I'll
I would then.
That.
You're right.
I'll chance a heart attack for that for $2 million. Don't listen to them. They're used to it. By the way, I think they're some of the fittest athletes in the world.
You know, you're right.
So it's Medvedev, isn't it? Or whatever his name
moaning,
is.
Yeah.
You
don't see Djokovic moaning,
he's a rusky, isn't he?
Yeah.
Nah. That's why he's not number one. Djokovic gets on with it.
Exactly. And the young lad Alcaraz.
Oh, he's brilliant.
You don't see him moaning, do you?
So anyway, how are you coping with you're on that train going back to Brum today will be murder.
You know what it is, Al? You know what I don't like about this weather and keeping cool is that, like, especially when you're travelling, you get the tube and then you're on a train and you could leave your house and within 2 hours you feel like you need another shower. You just feel that horrible feeling of like sweaty.
I was at Brocker Hall Golf yesterday and Ray Parlour was playing. And I've never seen Ray look so cream crackered.
Was he?
He was knackered. And there was no buggies, he had to walk. And he clearly had a few on the way around. But he's a good player, Ray. But I was at the 18th, so my job was to meet and greet and have a few pictures on the 18th tee. But that was a champagne hole, so I was getting a little bit dry, so I thought, hello. And I had a few pictures and a few chats. It was lovely.
So are you saying that the best way for you to keep cool in the heat is to drink a bit more?
Well, no. Within reason, Gab. You have some water, then you have the odd glass of a sip of wine or champagne. It was one of the biggest grocers.
Yes.
Supermarket grocers. They're fantastic. Lovely people. We do a lot and just help them out. And all their suppliers were there. I got a magnum of Murabau Rosé.
Oh, lovely.
And with this massive ice bucket.
Oh.
And I just kept putting it in there, having a little sip, some water, a few pictures. It was beautiful, by the way.
But what about when you're at home, though, and your plot of land? Is there any way of you keeping
plot of
cool?
Land? What do you mean plot of land?
Plots. Sorry, plots.
No.
How do you keep cool on your
small
plot of land?
estate, you mean?
No. I'll see it.
I'm only kidding.
How do you...
a garden, you're right.
But do you have a shade part with like a nice seat?
Of course you do, yes.
Do you use the pool? Does the pool cool you down?
Pool is fantastic.
Lovely.
We built it years ago. I couldn't afford to do it now. It's fortunes now. We built it ages ago. We just built a new pool shed which is shaded. So you got to be careful. Look, I know we sometimes we underestimate the heat and the strength of the sun in this. Because it's getting stronger and stronger, so you still got to have a Panama on.
2 days ago,
you still got to have a little bit of cream on.
I was out in 2 days ago. I saw it was sunny. I went out in the gardens, got one of the sun loungers out, laid there for like 10 minutes, and I thought, I need to get some cream on.
Yeah.
You know, sometimes you underestimate and you feel like it's English sun, not going to burn. Had to go and put cream on, mate. And within an hour, I was out the sun. The next day, I couldn't go out in it.
Really?
So I think it's that hot now where you don't stay in too long.
I tend to, when I'm on my own, I'll have a dip and just fiddle about and just, cool off. But when my grandkids come, and sometimes it's not just them turn up, they bring their mates from school.
Yeah.
I end up just getting away from it all and I find another shady part
of the garden.
And just sit there and have a bit of music on. It's lovely.
Lovely. A bit of Rod Stewart.
Simple Minds, Rod Stewart. But talking of Simple Minds, the guys were great today.
They were amazing. They seem like, when you just get that aura of people of like, they're nice guys.
Yeah.
That's what I just got from them today.
They are. But I was very fortunate at my school. And also, not just Simple Minds that went to school. I was in the same class. We had Texas.
Yes.
Right. The manager of Texas and the bass player was a year below. The manager was in my class. It's amazing. The lead singer, I think, from what they called now. It'll come to me. But they're Travis, the lead singer from Travis.
Can I just say though, was it like people might not have heard the show earlier? They explained that you were very posh.
I was not posh at school.
Is this true? Because
your
fans, Alan,
Gabby, I was polite.
Your fans don't know this about you.
If I was at home and I'd say, someone said something and I'd say, what? My mum would smack me and go, oi, it's pardon, not wit. Where do you think you're from? She'd tell me off. So I'm not posh at all. It was just manners.
But in the 70s, though, Al, people didn't have gardens, and you meant to have had a garden. So that means that you were very lucky as a kid.
Of course I was lucky.
Yeah.
No, of course. I suppose you didn't have a garden.
I didn't have a garden, mate.
Rubbish.
I didn't have a garden.
But where do you live? In a flat?
Yeah, flat, mate.
Caravan site? Where do you live?
No, but I want about in the 70s. I was brought up in the 90s. So, it was obviously more normal then to have gardens. But your friend said that in the 70s to have a garden was like
we
a
had
big...
our own house.
Wow.
A front and back garden. What do you mean, wow?
This is your friend saying it,
we do have money in Scotland, but we don't all run about with clubs and all that. Freedom.
And kilts.
Dear, oh dear.
Oh, brilliant.
So, what's happening then? You're going home to sort out a problem, aren't you?
Yeah, so my son messaged me this morning at 8 o'clock. No, he called me, and I just typed where you can put the... type in for sorry, can't call right now, whatever. He messaged me saying, Dad, the next door neighbour said that I can't play football in the garden no more because the garden's not very big, and the ball's gone over the fence and hit one of his plants. So I'm sitting there trying to work on the show, and I'm thinking, what person in their good mind would say to a little kid, an 8-year-old, they can't play football because the ball's gone over the fence?
It's a plant. So what are you doing today? You're taking the train home then? What's happening?
I'll take the train home, Al. I'll go and sort that out for my little lads. And then got a bit of football maybe. What about you?
Today I've got a little bit of work to do. And then tomorrow I've got the show with Ray Parlour, Parlour. And then we've got a lovely private lunch with a big CEO of a company who's a massive radio fan, big football fan, and we're going to have a private lunch with him.
Lovely. Can I ask you a quick question, Noel? This is for a television shows. Bench one, start one, or sell one. You ready? This is tough. Yeah. You've got a bench one, sell one, start one. Only Fools and Horses, Mac Mafia, and The Sopranos. Ooh.
That is difficult. That is difficult.
Think about it first.
Well,
that's
no, because I'm watching McMafia again, and I adore it. I love it. I love the actors in it. I love the twists in it. I love the travel where they go to Mumbai, to Dubai, then over to Moscow, back to London. I love all that. It's brilliant.
Sopranos, Alan.
Oh, no, Sopranos was a classic.
Don't forget, Sopranos is like a legendary status.
Oh, well, I talked about it when I first seen it on radio. I said, you got to watch this programme.
Only Fools and Horses, classic.
Well, that is different because if ever you need cheering up, or if you're on your own, there's nothing on telly, and you don't want anything serious, you put Del Boy on, don't you?
I always watch
some of the characters
in
there are just magnificent. So when he's at the bar and he falls off the bar, when he's on when he gets on the paraglider over the.
You know what I want to watch the other day, Al? It was on. And
Chandelier was another one. All right, Grandad. Are you sure? Yeah,
I had to rewind it the other day. It was the one where he goes to Miami and he's got the guy that looks like him. He's the mafia boss. Honestly, man, I was laughing my head off.
Well, and then of course there's Succession as well.
Oh.
Succession's another cracker.
I'm on season 2 now. Season 2, episode 3.
I've done them all.
Very good. So which one would you start? Let's start with sell. Which one would you sell? Only Fools and Horses, Mafia,
Probably
and Sopranos.
Fools and Horses.
You would sell?
Yeah.
Ooh. What about bench? Be careful.
Bench, I'd have to go McMafia.
And start Sopranos.
Yes.
Love that, Alan. Sopranos is my favourite.
Sopranos, it's not just Tony Soprano, who
Paulie.
I love. It's Paulie's magnificent. Christopher's good.
Yes.
Christopher's girlfriend's good.
Yes.
Big Paulie. Big Pussy.
Yeah.
Big Pussy.
Yeah.
Who it turns out, I better not
What's
say.
the one?
He disappointed me then, Pussy.
What about the what's his name now? Adriana's
Christopher.
uncle. The one who was horrible. He went to prison and come out, and then he went to the calf, and he put that guy in a wheelchair. What's his name now?
Is a cousin?
He's a horrible one. His brother was the boss before he died. Jackie Aprile.
I remember Jackie. Was that Adriana's that was
Yeah,
her uncle?
Yeah. He was a good actor on it as well.
Yeah, but I remember the guy owed him money.
Yes.
And Tony chased him around in Christopher's new car. That was a classic.
The first episode, that was
a classic. And I love Dr. Malfi as well.
Yes.
When he sits and talks to Dr. Malfi. I found that fascinating.
Unbelievable Sopranos. Unbelievable.
And then the ducks in his pool, in his swimming pool.
Yes.
And they fly off and he has almost a breakdown.
You can relate with him, can't you, Tony? You can relate to him.
And then there was his nightclub. The nightclub was just unbelievable.
You know what was shocking? His Gumar. I didn't like the Gumar, Al. I didn't like that.
No?
Yeah, I didn't like his Gumars. I mean, he should have had one Gumar. He had about 5, didn't he? He had the Russian girl, the Polish girl?
He'd won with one leg as well. Or
Yeah, do you remember at the end?
Yeah, with the greatest respect, that's a bit quirky, isn't it? Do you know what I mean? Hey.
Oh.
I'm not sure what I say that, aren't you?
I don't think so.
Can you get your leg behind your ear?
Quickly though, Al, we're according to letters from the 19th century, blood-sucking Draculas were actually vegan. So my question to you is, would you go vegan, and for how much money would you go vegan?
Not a chance.
Why not?
Not a chance. I'm sick of people trying to tell me what to do in my life. Honestly.
Could you go pescatarian, where you can have no meat but fish? Could you do that?
No.
No.
Listen.
How much to do it though?
I wouldn't do it.
You would.
No, I would not.
Everything's got the price.
Listen, your body gets used to certain things.
True.
Right? Gets used to certain things. I don't eat a lot of fish, but I do like prawn.
Lobster.
I like lobster.
Lobster, yeah.
I will have scallop. Scallop, you can't beat scallop. Grilled scallop. Bit of cheese and a bit of black pudding. That's brilliant.
Yep.
So, in terms of meat, I'll have. I very rarely have a fry up. I'll have a.
Got steak, Al?
I love a steak.
Goodman's.
Yeah,
Goodman's
the best steak.
Yeah.
It's the best steak in London.
Is it? Yeah.
And I only have a fillet or a ribeye. But my wife cooks a great Sunday roast, which is the highlight of the week. But not in this weather, it's too hot, isn't it?
Yeah, it's too hot, isn't it? Yeah.
But no.
I'm with you though, to be fair. I feel like if I did try it, I'd probably last a week and I'd be like, why are you doing this? Your body's used to meat
Do you know
all
what
your
my
life.
favourite meal is?
What?
Caesar salad.
But chicken one or plain?
Probably, well, it depends. But when I'm in London in the flat I'm on, I want to watch Sopranos or something, or like Mafia, as long as I've been to Waitrose or M&S, I'll have a Caesar salad, and I shouldn't really, but I'll have a packet of crisps.
Yeah, why not?
And that does me.
Why
it's
not?
lovely.
Why not?
So I don't eat a lot, I like my beer.
Yeah, you like
all.
your booze. Don't we all, Al?
Yeah. So,
home for me then today. And
well, you mentioned you were getting your passport again. I was looking the other day, Bahamas, that looks nice.
Where?
You've been there, the Bahamas?
No. Better than Barbados, do you reckon?
Well, I've not been to the Bahamas, but a friend of mine, Big Gab, goes there.
You know what I'd love to do, Al? I'd
What?
love to do a little, 2-week tour with the Caribbean islands. 2-3 days at each one. That would be something to do.
Well, maybe Gab. I'm very.
You don't like the travelling, do you?
No, I'm easy. When I go to a resort and I like the hotel and I know the best restaurants, that does me. I don't want to be going to new restaurants and getting disappointed.
Yeah, of course.
I know what I want, and that does me. But the wife's a bit different. She likes to see new places.
Like where?
Oh, she wants to go. She wants to go up to the Highlands. I said, yeah, you got there and there's midges and it rains. If you get the weather, it's magnificent. I'd like to go to Ireland, west coast of Ireland.
Yeah, try different places.
And she's up for that. But I also fancy a bit of Thailand. But I'm getting to the stage now, I don't want to be on 14-hour planes.
Yeah, I don't fancy Thailand. I feel like the flight's too long.
It's murder down the back there, all cramped and your knees up to your chest.
You wouldn't know well.
I used to do that.
But I did want to ask you something quickly. We spoke about it earlier, about your idea of how getting married in the winter. What was you thinking over that? Because
it was
the
just
critics will say it's for a cheaper wedding, but
no,
I don't believe that,
a cheaper
Alan.
wedding. Listen, my father-in-law paid
it's
for
expensive in July and August
it.
to
My
get married.
father-in-law paid for it, and he got all the chefs from London up, and it was magic. And it snowed, right? Ipswich is great climate, but this December, it snowed like mad.
Did it?
And I invited the whole football club. Bobby Robson was there.
Lovely.
We had ice sculpted swans with massive king prawns inside the wings.
Shut up.
Glass, it was like glass, it was ice.
Wow.
And Bollinger, it was Bollinger all night. It was magnificent.
Was it an amazing event?
Yeah, and Bobby Robson was on the dance floor giving it large. It was brilliant.
Was it?
Yeah, and there was a Caribbean band as well, even though it was snowing outside. It was brilliant. And they said, look, the snow's coming in, it's getting deeper and deeper, there's a storm on its way. The last taxis are coming, you got to go. And the boss wouldn't go. And eventually he got his coat on, his scarf and his hat. And by the time he got outside the last cab, because he was scared he wasn't going, there was a foot and a half of snow. And he just come back in, he went, great, can't get home, boom, off went the gear, bang, straight on the dance floor again.
Lovely.
It was it was a magic
Where
night.
was your honeymoon?
Caribbean? We didn't have one.
No, didn't have one.
No, because that was Saturday. And on the Monday, I think we drove up to Goodison. Yeah. I think we beat them 4-0.
Yeah, so it would have been
because he warned us, you were all on the piss, you were all drinking. I want a performance, right? I want a performance. And we smashed them 4-0. It was amazing.
Here he is, the bosher.
Are you coming in? You joining us?
Come on, mate.
Looks like I am.
Oh, yeah? Well, this has gone from 10 minutes to an hour. It's amazing how they do it, talkSPORT.
I want to ask you a question because we were talking earlier on the show about Alan getting married in the winter, and I was trying to see if it was because it was cheaper. But you got married recently, haven't you?
Got married last May. Yeah.
How was it?
Brilliant, absolutely. Best day of my wife's life.
They tell me it was worse than the York Hall. It kicked off everywhere, didn't it?
Kick off, of course.
What happened then with the kick-off?
Right, so basically, my cousin Stacey, I love her to pieces, brought a new fella, not met him before. He turned up, my other cousin Mitchell. Basically, them two have walked up, because it's like a big hall, I had this big hall thing. They've walked upstairs together, come downstairs. The new fella thought that they was at it, forgot they was cousins. He swung at Mitchell, right? Mitchell swung at him back. Then one of my best men's giving him a clump. Then all of a sudden it's like World War III. Now I was outside with my dad and my uncle and everyone. My auntie's come running out and said, they're all fighting. And my dad went, well, you can't get involved. It's your wedding, we'll go in there and sort it out. So they've all gone in and sorted it out. Then I've got in there, broke it up. Then it was basically like your call.
Didn't you throw a shot as well at your wedding? Or?
No, he had to in the end. It was just getting out of hand.
Let's just say we got it ended.
It's my wedding, boss.
So
it was ended.
So is Tom Skinner allowed back in the venue?
Well, I'll tell you the funny story, right? So the week after my friend who was at the wedding, he had his daughter's wedding in there, and they had all the security guards and all the people, and they said, last week we had this wedding in here. Have you heard of him, Tom Skinner? And my mate's going, he was, oh yeah, I've heard of him. Wow, never seen nothing like it. It was like the Wild West.
But it does.
I'm not
a big wedding fan, to be honest. My youngest daughter's a doctor. She's going to get married, and the latest I heard, it could be in Cyprus or Corfu. Corfu, I think it is. And she just went over there to have a look, and it rained every day, the poor girl.
Did it?
Yeah, we've had beautiful weather, and it's rained over there, but the wedding venues might be great, so it looks as if we might go there, but that's different. I don't mind. But where I live in Suffolk, we get great venues. Yeah. But she wants something different because her cousin and her older sister got married there.
Listen, my wife, I hope she won't watch this.
Yeah,
I'm going to say one thing for all the men out there. It is such a dear day for one day.
Expensive, isn't it?
And obviously, listen, my wife had all these little things that she always dreamt of having. So I said, listen, do you know what? We're doing all right in a minute. Well, let's do it. Let's book them. We had singers and it was just so much.
I can imagine as well.
There's a place, right? There's a place a little bit deeper into Suffolk. It's magic, right? The guy who sold that made hundreds of millions, and he's got this estate there, right? And he won't mind me saying because it's beautiful. It's called Wilderness.
Yeah.
Ed Sheeran got married there.
Really?
Right? It's down near Southwold. What a place this is. It is magnificent. And we went down there, and they looked after us brilliant to have a look. but my daughter won't pay it. She went, not that she's paying, Dopey's paying. And she said, Dad, I'm not spending that sort of money. What a place, magnificent.
I'm with her on that. Because
Gab, you see this place, there's all different houses on the estate, different venues in the estate, wood burners, so you can get married in the winter there. And they've got, it's just magic. It's called the Wilderness down near Southwold. It's brilliant.
All that annoys me though about weddings is that there'll be some people there that you don't even probably like or don't even know, and they're having a good 3-course meal on you, and they're having like free champagne on you.
Yeah, but the problem is,
that's what I'd hate.
Drink affects people differently. Some people get happy.
Some people get
angry. Get angry. Some get nasty.
Yes.
Yeah. Do you know what it is? So I love a drink. We all love a drink here. I can handle me drink. Have a drink probably 2-3 times a week.
Yes.
A lot of people don't drink until they go to a wedding.
Yeah.
And they can't drink. And then all of a sudden it's a free bar. And they end up having a fight or screaming and shouting and
all that rushing for the buffet. Give us a break. We're not a third world country here. You're not exactly starving. Get out of the way, quick, get out there, quick.
The prawns are gone. Behind the chicken Kievs.
The prawns are gone. Look at the sweet, quick, get up there. Get me one. Give us a break. I can't be doing all that crap.
No, not for me.
So what else has happened? You're a busy man, Tom Skinner. You're a busy man.
Yeah, bit one, man. I got 3 kids under 3.
Do
you know what? I took little Henry, my little boy. He's 3 in November, and I went to Sports Direct and bought this little golf. It's only a little golf club, that long, little Slazenger golf club, and I've took him down the driving range yesterday morning because I thought, what a lovely job. I'll get him in the golf when he's 18, 19. He's on the PGA tour. I can fly around with him. He can pay for me. I can watch him as a professional golfer. Like, what a great job. I'll get him right into that. Well, to be fair, he was terrible. It was his first time, but he had good hand-eye coordination, hitting the balls. The bloke in the bay next to me started talking, hello Tom, boom, having a chat. I've turned me back for 30 seconds. There's only about 10 people in the driving range. All of a sudden, I couldn't hear him swinging the ball. I've looked round, he's out on the range with his bucket, collecting balls. I've had to go, stop, everyone stop, run out there and go and get him.
They don't realise, do they? Do you know what? Them driving ranges are so popular. Now and again I go down the Gun, opposite the O2. Do you know the Blue Bridge, Canary Wharf? And opposite the driving range, the geezer keeps saying, come over and have a drink, Alan, the bar's brilliant. But you try and get on there, you can't get on, it's mobbed. It's absolutely mobbed.
I wanted to ask you, because I could hear you before we started. You're having a big moan up on the phone about some plumbing issues at your one of your properties.
Yeah, I know.
What's
I've
the problem,
not sorted it yet. Well, look, as simple as this, right? So, when I'm in London, I've got a lovely apartment.
Oh, really?
There's a leak issue. I don't worry about it. It's the washer, right? Now, call me what you like. I've never been called a plumber before, right? And you can't get a good plumber anymore.
Okay.
Anyway, right? You can't get a good plumber.
Anything, anytime, anywhere. That's my slogan.
Is that right?
I'm on the phone.
Anyway, I'm told it's the washer. So the wife says, oh, leave it. I don't be getting a plumber. I'll sort it. I know what it is. I'll get the washer up there. I said, well, when are you going to do it? Next year? So I'm just settling down to get involved, to do this. The phone goes, Dad, there's a leak in the kitchen. The guy down below has got a wet patch on his wall. It's coming from her. I'm like, I said, where's that coming from? She says, well, I've been doing a lot of washing. I said, did your mum not tell you? Don't do any washing in the flat. So that's another thing I've got to sort today. It's just bollocks, honestly. Sick of it.
I swear I'll sort it for you.
Yeah, but you shouldn't have to. It's just
I've
bollocks.
got my pal Stuart. He's in Romford. He'll be half out Canary Wharf. Get you sorted.
Well, I might have to, mate, honestly, but I've switched my phone off. I'm not kidding.
There's nothing worse, though, when something goes wrong in your house.
When I left this morning at 5, Gab, and I went to just make sure there was some water in the fridge and all that, and to be fair, Lucy, she's packed my fridge up. And I looked, and there was no damage, there was no puddles, so it's only just happened. Something's happened.
It, yeah.
But anyway, I'm not going back. Stuff it. I'm out.
You're not getting involved.
I'm out.
Where are we going? Where are we going?
Well, we might have a little bit of the sports bar, eh?
Sports bar?
Why not?
Watch a bit of racing.
Why not?
But I'm bed early because yesterday I was up at 3.
What time's early?
I'll be in bed 8 o'clock tomorrow.
So bath at 7 o'clock. So
you in bed tomorrow? You mean?
No, you got
an all-nighter?
No, I've got a big day tomorrow. Private lunch, private dining.
Where's our invite?
I know.
Well, I'm sorry, it's Party Parlour. He arranged it, and the guy who's invited is a big Celtic man, so it's going to be good.
I love Celtic as well.
No, you don't. Not when your mum's from Airdrie, you're not. So anyway, what train
should've
you
told you
getting
that.
tonight? What train you getting
I
tonight?
think there's a 7 p.m. one. Is that okay? Just
Yeah.
before you go to bed.
Yeah,
How long
well,
does that train take?
Hour 10 minutes, easy peasy.
Ain't too bad, is
that's
it?
brilliant, isn't it?
Yeah, easy.
So what source this H2 or something? Why do we need
That'll
that?
be 40 minutes.
Oh, sorry,
Hey,
an
you
extra
got-
20 minutes for about
Haven't
10
you
billion.
got to go and have a row with a neighbour or something?
Yeah, he's getting me. He might be at work till 5, so I'll go on my way back. After 22 brodies.
Yeah, bit of Dutch code. Listen, mate, where's my ball?
Give me my ball. All right, do it the easy way, all right?
But it turns out, Gab, you told me just 20 minutes ago. I said, get round here, you must know your neighbours. You said, no, it's my 9th kid who doesn't live with me. What is wrong with you guys?
Yeah, this is Jason Jr.
Yeah, not met this one yet.
I said, well, where does he live? I said, I'll need to check.
I'll make a call and find out.
Right, listen, guys.
Brilliant.
That's it. Oh, I've been talking for 4 hours. That's the debrief with Tom Skinner, Gabby, and Brazil. He's going to get boshed later.
Abash.